Have you ever felt like your content is all over the place? Scattered, chaotic, and unpredictable? Yeah, that's me sometimes. I've been there trying out different things, jumping on trends, running on vibes, just hoping for the best. I've experimented with different kinds of content, posted randomly, posted consistently, just hoping that something works. But here is what I've learned. Having a clear plan makes all the difference. A strategy helps you avoid chaotic content and gives you direction. When you create with intention and purpose, it's so much easier to understand where you're going. I'll be honest, I still get confused sometimes, especially with the Instagram algorithm. But I figured out what works for my YouTube channel, and it's been going well so far. In today's episode, I'll be sharing my insights on creating a social media strategy that works. My name is Moyo, and I'm a content creator and social media manager who is still on the journey of learning, but still excited to create resources for fellow content creators. Let's get right into it. Now, what is a social media strategy? A social media strategy is a long-term plan of how you're going to use your social media platforms to achieve your goals and your objectives. Your goals being a content creator. So a strategy is basically a plan for how you intend to achieve your goals of being a content creator. And a strategy is really important because it will help you to be consistent. You know, when you have your goals, when you look at them that, okay, this and this and this is what I want to achieve, and this is how I'm going to achieve them, it helps you to be consistent. You know, when you are just moving with the flow or moving with the vibes, at a point you might get confused. At a point, you might want to start doing things that are outside of your goals, but when you already have your plan of, okay, these are my goals, these are my plans, it's easier for you to achieve your goals because you already have them down. You just know, okay, this and this is how I'm going to work towards achieving these goals. So it's important to have a social media strategy. It's really, really important. It would save you a lot of time, the time that you used to come on social media and just be trying out different things, and just be confused and just be, just running on vibes, But when you have a social media strategy, you are coming prepared, It might not always work out the way you want, but when you have a strategy, you already have a plan of what you want to do. So there is like an outline. Yes, that's the word. There's an outline of, okay, this is what I want to do and this is how I'm going to achieve them. Now, let's talk about what your social media strategy should entail. The first thing that your social media strategy should entail is your goals and your objectives. So what are your goals for being a content creator? Why do you want to be a content creator? So for example, at the beginning when I started, it wasn't exactly outline like I'm saying this right now. I didn't exactly know that was what I wanted to do, but I knew that, okay, I want to put out content about like being a social media manager. And yeah, when I started then, I used to be MD manager, so it was always about like pushing myself out as a social media manager and getting my clients to see me. And yeah, so one of my goals for being a content creator is, okay, I want to build a platform. I want to build a community of social media managers, of content creators, and that's why I create this kind of content. Tips for content creators, tips for social media managers, tips for business owners. That's why I do what I do, because that's my goal. That's my goal for being here on social media. So yeah, your goals and your objectives are a part of your social media strategy. So think about, now I'm a content creator, or I want to be a content creator. Why? What are my goals? What do I hope to achieve? What are my objectives? So this will guide you in getting a strategy for your social media platforms. So think about what you hope to achieve. What do you hope to achieve? What do you hope to gain? So now, another of my goals as a content creator is I want people to see what my life looks like as a social media manager, as a content creator. Back then, as a final year student, so I started creating vlogs on like life as a final year student, life in Unilag, what a day in my life looks like as a student. Now I film what my life looks like as a content creator. So yeah, having goals will help you know the kind of content to create. Yeah, I believe so. I believe that when you have goals, it will help you to know the kind of content to create. So when I know that, okay, I want to create a platform for social media managers and content creators, I know the kind of content to create that would attract the people that I want to see on my platform. So when you have your goals, it would help you to figure out the kind of content that you should create to help you in achieving those goals. So that's why a social media strategy is important. So if I know that one of my goals for creating my social media platform is to reach out to makeup brands and, you know, get makeup enthusiasts to follow me, I would create the kind of content that they want to see. So I would create more makeup content, you know, to attract the people that I want. So your goals for your social media, there's something they say in most courses I take on social media management or content creation. They say that your goals should be SMART. So there's a way they say it: SMART, specific. So be specific about what you want to achieve. Measurable. So you should be able to measure your progress and, you know, how far you have achieved it. Then A should be achievable. So it should be something that you will be able to achieve within a period of time. Another one is R. I think R is relevant. So it should be relevant to what you are doing. So my goals should be relevant to what I hope to achieve, you know. And the last one is T, time bound. So you should be able to time yourself that, okay, with this, from this time to this time, this is what my goal is. So for example, from now to the end of the year, I'm looking to get at least 1,000 subscribers, and now I'm at 554. So I need to work harder so that by the end of the year I can get to 1,000 subscribers. So that is time bound. So I have a time frame that, okay, from this time to this time, this is my goal for building my social media platform. So your goals should be SMART basically. So another thing that your strategy should entail is your target audience. You know, I said earlier that when you have your goals and your objectives, you will know the kind of content to create to be able to get the people that you want to see on your page. So your target audience, I spoke about this in the first episode, and I said that your target audience are the people that you are creating the content for, the people who you are hoping to attract with your content. So for example, if, like I said before, if you are someone who creates makeup content, you'll be looking to target makeup brands and makeup enthusiasts. You know, for someone like me that creates content for social media managers, content creators, and business owners, I would like to attract people like that. I would like to attract content creators. I would like to attract more social media managers and business owners to my page. Also, for my vlogs, I would like to attract people who love watching vlogs. I will be able to engage on my content. So it's important for you to know who you are targeting so that you know the kind of content that you're going to be creating for them. So if my target audience is social media managers, how can I get them to follow me? Where are they? Where would I find them? What kind of content do I need to create to get them? So it's important that in your strategy you include the people that you are hoping to target with your content. So that's very important as well when you're creating your social media strategy. So another thing that should be included in your social media strategy is your value proposition. So basically your value proposition is what sets you apart from other people, from other content creators, or from other content creators. Is what do you hope to bring to the table? You know, what's the new thing that you are hoping to bring to the table that will set you apart and would make you find your target audience? So for me, what I would say is, if you're looking for your value proposition, is when you figured out your niche. You know, we talked about niche in the first episode. When you figured out your niche, you think about a need, like you look for a need that is not available in your niche. So for example, if I'm creating makeup content, I would go and look at, okay, the people in my niche, what kind of content are they creating? What kind of content are they not creating that our target audience might need? You know, so that's what you want to figure out. So you need to figure out, okay, what can I bring to the table that would attract value, that will make my audience come to me, that will bring value, you know. So if I see that as a social media manager or a content creator, we don't have enough resources for social media managers and content creator. That can be my value, you know, that can be what I'm bringing to the table that will set me apart from other content creators. You know, I told you before that, you know, content creation is no longer just a hobby. A lot of people are in it. A lot of people are content creators. In fact, every single day on social media, I'm finding new people that are content creators, and what makes me follow them is, okay, what are they bringing, you know, what value would they have to offer me? So there are some people that I've followed recently on my Instagram, and the reason why I followed them is because they have been creating helpful videos for like how to film different kinds of content. So I'm a social media manager and I film for different brands, you know, so I get like filming ideas from these pages. I follow them because they give me value. It's not something I see every day on Instagram. So if I see somebody that is bringing that value to me, I will definitely follow them so that I can see more content like that. So the last thing I'm going to be talking about in this video that your social media strategy should entail is your engagement strategy, and this is going to lead us a bit into branding. I'm not going to speak in depth about branding, but I will just touch on it a little bit, and yeah, that will be the last thing I will talk about. So the last thing I want to talk about is engagement strategy. So this is after you figured out your target audience, your goals and your objectives, and unique value proposition. The next thing that you want to figure out is your engagement strategy. How do you want to engage with your audience? How do you want to create your content? So when you are creating your strategy, you want to figure out how you are going to share your content with your audience. You know, this is going to be like your posting frequency, the kind of tone that you're going to use with your audience, and this is where like branding now comes in. So a lot of people think that branding is just like, okay, having your logo and having your brand colors, but branding is so much more than just colors and logo. Is everything. Like literally, branding is everything that your content is. Every single thing is branding. Your tone of voice, the way you engage with your audience, your catchphrases, what your audience knows you by. And branding is not something that would be built in a day or two. Branding takes longevity, consistency, and people identifying you with a particular thing. So all that is your branding. So that's why I said I'm not really going to go in depth into branding, because there's a lot of things that branding entails, you know. But majorly, when you're figuring out your engagement strategy, you have to figure out how to pass your message across. So are you going to be someone who uses storytelling as a way to pass your message across to your audience? Are you going to be using storytelling? Are you going to be doing educational videos, or you're going to be doing entertaining videos? Are you going to be passing your message across as skits? How do you want to pass your message across? This is what your engagement strategy includes. You also have to look at your posting frequency. How long will I be posting? And you know, some people, their engagement strategy is responding to every comment. Like every comment that they get, they respond to it, and this is their own way of building their community. Some people, what their audience identifies them with is their catchphrases. So for example, if you watch Mama Diola's videos now, you know that Ayeraye Jinefe is what she likes to say. That's like her catchphrase, you know, and this is what people have come to identify her as. And so that's like a part of branding as well. Another person that has like a catchphrase would be Chef T, and our own is hi besties. Everybody knows hi besties, Chef T, you know, they know her with that. So that's also part of branding. So when you are figuring out your strategy, you have to figure out your engagement strategy, how you are going to be passing your message across the platforms, and everything that your branding entails. You know, your catchphrases. You don't have to have a catchphrase at the beginning. I used to have a catchphrase. I remember my first 4 or 5 videos, but I don't know, I really just dropped it at a point because I just felt like there was no need. But like I believe that there's something that my audience should be able to identify me with at a point. I don't know because I've not built my audience to that stage, but I believe that at a particular point in time, my audience should be able to identify me with 1 or 2 things, which would be a part of my branding. So I just want to talk about engagement strategy. I really don't want to go in depth into branding. If you want to see a video about branding, I can film that as well, but I don't think that would be included in my content creation series. But if you want to see a video on that, you can let me know in the comment section, and I'll be glad to film something like that for you. So yeah, figure out your engagement strategy. And yeah, that's everything that we're going to be talking about in today's video. I hope you learned one or two things from building your strategy as a content creator. I hope that you would put this video to use. It's a lot of things to hear, get information from everywhere, but if you don't implement the information and the knowledge that you're getting, you are not really going to see results. So make sure that you implement what you're learning in this episode. In this video, we spoke about creating your social media strategy, and your social media strategy should include your goals and your objectives, your value proposition, your target audience, and your engagement strategy. So when you have figured all this out and you've also figured out your niche, now you can create a content calendar. And we're going to be talking about content calendar, gadgets and tools in the next episode. So look out for that. Subscribe and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.